You like giving a worker his rightful wage, don't you? Of course you do. So please, subscribe to my channel, because that's the reward for my hard work. My true wage for the effort I put into bringing you these stories. This coin you're seeing may look small, but it carries the weight of a nation's history, the United States $quarter. Every line, every curve, every shine on its surface tells a story of strength, pride, and legacy. On the back, you can see the eagle, wings stretched wide, a symbol of freedom and courage. That eagle isn't just a decoration. It's the heartbeat of America, representing the idea that peace is achieved through strength and unity. The eagle sits firmly on an olive branch, which represents peace, but its wings, sharp and strong, remind the world that peace is best protected when a nation stands tall. The first Washington quarter was introduced in 1932, marking the 200th birthday of George Washington, the first president of the United States. Before this, there was another coin called the Standing Liberty Quarter, but in 1932, America decided to honor its founding father by placing his image on the front of this new design. The portrait of Washington was designed by John Flanagan, and it quickly became one of the most recognized and beloved American coins in history. From 1932 onward, this coin began to circulate across the country, in shops, train stations, army bases, and homes. It became a part of daily life, connecting generations. During the Silver Era from 1932 to 1964, these quarters were made mostly of 90% silver and 10% copper, giving them not only historical but also real monetary value. After 1965, as silver became expensive, the U.S. Mint changed the composition to copper-nickel-clad, but the design and pride remained the same. The phrase written above the eagle, "A pluribus unum," means out of many, one. It's not just a motto, it's the spirit of America, a reminder that 50 different states, countless communities, and millions of people together form one great nation. And right above that, the words United States of America stand as a bold statement of unity, while $quarter at the bottom reminds us that even a small coin can carry a huge legacy. Throughout decades, the quarter coin evolved, appearing in many special editions, like the 50 State Quarters Program, 1999-2008, where each state got its own unique design on the back. Later came the America the Beautiful Quarters, 2010-2021 series, celebrating national parks and landmarks. But no matter the version, the spirit of the original eagle design remains timeless, a proud emblem of strength, freedom, and heritage. Think about it. How many hands must this coin have passed through? From a soldier buying a postcard during World War II to a child in the 1960s saving coins in a glass jar. Before we begin, if you love learning hidden stories behind rare coins, please take a second to subscribe, because every coin holds a secret waiting to be discovered. Now imagine holding in your hand a piece of metal that carries echoes of one of the most defining moments in American history, the Battle of Gettysburg, 1863. It was not just another clash. It was the turning point of the Civil War, the moment when the fate of the Union began to rise once again. On one side stood the Union forces, led by men determined to preserve the nation. On the other, the Confederates, under General Robert E. Lee, fighting with fierce resolve for their own vision of America. The coin you see here honors that chapter of history. It features two of the war's most legendary figures, Ulysses S. Grant, the commanding general of the Union Army who would later become the 18th President of the United States, and Robert E. Lee, the brilliant commander of the Confederate Army, though these two men never faced each other directly at Gettysburg, since Union forces were actually led by George Meade. Their profiles together on this coin symbolize something far greater: reconciliation, remembrance, and the enduring scars of war. What makes this coin even more fascinating is that it's not an official issue from the U.S. Mint. Instead, it's a privately minted tribute piece, crafted for collectors and history enthusiasts. The inscriptions, United States of America and $50, may make it look like real currency. But this coin was never meant for spending. Its beauty lies in its symbolism, not in its face value. Look closely at the design is strikingly detailed. The profiles of Grant and Lee are captured in perfect symmetry, representing two sides of one divided nation. The word Gettysburg glimmers beneath, reminding us of the heavy price of unity. The coin's polished finish and the careful gloved handling, you see, suggest it's a proof quality collectible, possibly silver-plated, designed to shine for generations. Coins like this are not just metal. They are storytellers. They remind us of the struggles, the sacrifices, and the hope that shaped a nation. For collectors, historians, and dreamers alike, it's not just a piece of art. It's a bridge to the past. Though it holds no legal tender, its true worth lies in what it represents, the memory of a divided America slowly learning to heal. So next time you come across a coin like this, remember, it may not buy you anything, but it can teach you everything. Please subscribe before we begin. If you love discovering the hidden stories behind rare and historical coins, then don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Just like you'd pay a worker his fair wage. Give us your support so we can keep bringing history to life. What if I told you that a small coin in your hand carries the mighty story of American pioneers? Endless prairies and a journey toward the shining West? This is the story of the Nebraska State Quarter, a coin that tells the tale of courage, discovery, and the blazing spirit of the American frontier. The Nebraska Quarter was released in 2006 as part of the U.S. Mint's 50 State Quarters program, which ran from 1999 to 2008. Each coin in this historic series celebrated a different U.S. state, capturing its unique history, culture, and identity. The Nebraska coin proudly marks the state's admission to the Union in 1867, engraved with 1867, Nebraska, 2,000 shekels. But beyond these numbers lies a story that reaches deep into the heart of American history. The design of this coin was created by Charles Vickers. On the reverse, you see a breathtaking image, a tall rock formation rising from the vast plains of Nebraska. This is Chimney Rock, one of America's most iconic landmarks during the westward expansion. In front of it stands an ox-drawn covered wagon known as a prairie schooner. This wagon carried the dreams, hopes, and lives of pioneers who traveled thousands of miles through storms, deserts, and mountains in search of a better future. Inside those wagons were families with courage in their hearts and faith in their destiny. With every turn of the wagon's wheels, a new America was being born. For those pioneers, Chimney Rock wasn't just a mountain. It was a symbol of hope, a sign that the destination was near, and above it all shines a rising sun, spreading its rays across the sky, representing new beginnings, progress, and light after hardship. This coin isn't just a piece of metal. It's a tribute to the human spirit of endurance and exploration. It reminds us of those brave souls who left everything behind and walked toward the unknown. Their footsteps are still carved into America's history, and this coin keeps their memory alive. The Nebraska Quarter is a symbol of determination, courage, and the belief that no matter how hard the journey, hope always rises, just like the morning sun. Some interesting facts about this coin. It's part of the 50 State Quarters program, released in 2006, designed by Charles Vickers and made from copper nickel clad. It was minted at both the Denver D and Philadelphia P mints, with over 600 million coins released into circulation. Today, the Nebraska Quarter is more than a collectible. It's a reminder that history isn't just written in books. It's held in our hands. When you hold this coin, you're touching a piece of the past, a story of courage, dreams, and endless hope. Before we begin this journey through time, let me ask you something. If you believe that every hard worker deserves their reward, then please take a moment to subscribe to my channel. Because just like a craftsman earns his pay, every storyteller deserves your support. Now, let's step into the story hidden behind one of America's most meaningful coins, the North Dakota State Quarter of 2007. When you hold this coin in your hand, it's not just metal. It's a tiny monument to history, culture, and courage. Minted by the United States Mint as part of the 50 State Quarters program. This piece was released in 2007, honoring North Dakota, which became a state on November 2, 1889. Its front side, known as the obverse, shows the familiar face of George Washington, a symbol of unity and leadership. But the real story lies on the reverse side, where a Native American stands tall beside a covered wagon, both gazing across the wide, endless plains. This scene captures more than beauty. It captures emotion. The Native American figure represents the spirit of the land's first people, the Lakota, Dakota, and Mandan tribes. For centuries, they lived across these open prairies where the horizon seemed to touch the soul. Their traditions, songs, and strength became the roots of this region long before it ever became part of the United States. The covered wagon beside him tells a different story, one of dreams, courage, and sometimes pain. It symbolizes the westward expansion of the 1800s, when pioneers left everything behind, crossing harsh lands in search of a new beginning. Together, these two figures, the native and the settler, tell a silent story of meeting worlds, of change, and of endurance. If you look closely, the background of the coin holds the soft outline of the prairie, endless, quiet, and free. It reminds us that North Dakota's true identity is written in the land itself. Those vast open fields became the foundation of its farming strength and its peaceful beauty. Unlike many other state quarters that show landmarks or animals, this one speaks directly to the heart. It doesn't just show what North Dakota looks like. It shows what it feels like. It's a reflection of movement, history, and the will to survive. The North Dakota State Quarter was the 39th released in the State Quarter series, and every detail on it carries meaning. The year, 1889, marks its birth as a state. E pluribus unum reminds us that from many states comes one nation, and the year 2007 connects the modern United States with its historical roots. It's a bridge between centuries, a reminder that progress is built upon the footsteps of those who came before. So the next time you find this quarter in your pocket, don't just spend it. Hold it for a moment. Feel the stories it carries, the native heritage, the pioneering courage, the endless prairies, and the passage of time. This coin is more than a piece of change. It's a piece of America's soul,